Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, my friends. Here we are with another guide for you for Mortal Kombat 1. And in today's video, we're going to specifically talk about something I see a lot of people have issues with in a lot of Mortal Kombat games. And that's dealing with the down one jab. So the down one jab is an integral part of the game. You do need to, if you want to get good at the game, know how to both use it and how to avoid it. However, the issue is, if you don't know how to avoid it, how to deal with it, it can be difficult. So this video here, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about how to defeat the crouching jab spam. This is prompted by a couple things. One, some people have asked me for the guide, and secondly, meet Darkside Phil. So Phil has a lot of fighting game experience. He even made 4th Evil once, and in his own words, is the best North American Street Fighter player. And here he is absolutely suffering against the down one spam.
Yeah, see, and he just jabs. He does a combo which you should be able to punish, then he just presses jab and interrupts your punish. Yeah, it sucks. This is why Mortal Kombat is terrible. There you go, jab, free combo, and I can't can't punish. He can keep jabbing over and over, and I still can't punish. He can just mash. He can do combo, combo, mash, combo, combo. I can't punish anything he does. Oh, mash jab. So he gets safe combo on block, then gets the mash jab to interrupt it, and I can't punish it. So he can do mashed combos, and you can't punish the combo because he can mash jab after. So it's basically completely free. Okay. But I can't do that because my combos suck. I told you, Raiden actually is not good in this game. I knew he wasn't. I knew that he was too slow, so he's just mashing, and his buttons interrupt everything I do. So I can't do anything.
Now, is it really all that bad? No, it really isn't. This is where education beats ignorance every day of the week. All you have to do is learn how the game works, and then all of a sudden what seemingly is impossible and cheap and broken is actually very easy to deal with. So let's look at the problem as shown in the clip. So Scorpion's going for forward 3-2 and then going for a jab right after the fact. So forward 3-2 is very negative on block, but it is not punishable on block. So after that, what they're attempting to do is steal their turn back after doing the negative move. As the down one jab, well, it's a crouching attack. Therefore, as you may or may not know, all crouching attacks go under highs in this game. So you can do the fastest possible high you have. It does not particularly matter. You will lose out. For the most part, crouching attacks just beat highs. End of story. Say Scorpion went for a different string after the fact here, using a stand 1, which is a high. Then we'll beat him every time. Highs generally are the fastest attacks in this game. But once again, highs are high, and therefore will always lose to a crouch. So how do we defeat this impossible situation that is destroying even a legendary fighting game player? Well, it's pretty easy, actually. There you go. We beat it. We beat it again. So this works. This works. Turns out there's a bunch of options, and this is universal. We'll get to character-specific stuff in a bit. So when someone does a string that is negative but not necessarily punishable and goes for the down one to steal that turn back, they are hoping that you don't know what's up. They are hoping against hope that you will go for that high and you'll get poked out. The thing is, you are at such a frame deficit that in this situation, if you know someone's just going to go for that poke right away, you can poke them back and it's guaranteed. There is no possible way they can beat you. Not possible. The numbers, the math, it just doesn't work out that way. So that's one way. Just hit them back, right? If it's not directly punishable and you know they're going to try to steal their turn back, it's a guaranteed way to do it and has a very big advantage, which we'll talk about later. Or conversely, the throw. So you saw the throw worked. Yes, throws are normally highs. However, in Mortal Kombat, traditionally, when you do any kind of crouching attack, if you're doing crouching attack, a throw will still beat you. So in this scenario, even though the throw is a high, throw counter. And when it says throw counter, by the way, you cannot tech the throw. So if they go for that down one, you expect it after a block string, and you throw them, the throw is guaranteed. No possible teching. So that's guaranteed damage. So with the exception of a very few precious moves in the game that are actually advantage on block, when someone does a string and then goes for the down one poke right away, they are absolutely at negative frames. So either your down one or your throw will beat them out every time. That's great. And now here's another as a Mortal Kombat 1 amazing solution that's even more devastating yet. If you think they're going to do it, just block. Why? Because all down ones are punishable on block. So if you do this and you block the jab, your own down one back is straight up guaranteed. 100%. And why is this option so powerful? Just waiting them out a split second if you think they're going to spam it. Because once you hit them with your own down one, you force them into what we call a jail. So our down one here, specifically with Raiden, is 12 frames of advantage. And you may notice here, it forces the enemy to stand even while they're crouching. So at which point here, if they're forced to stand, even while they're crouching normally, I can now hit them with standing high attacks. Until that 12 frames of recovery is over from that animation, they cannot crouch anymore. So therefore, high attacks are guaranteed. So now in our scenario that we have here, if we punish and jab them back, they now 100% have to deal with whatever high we're going to do. There you go, right? So that's not necessarily a guaranteed combo. They still get to block. But if they are in that mashing mindset, you'll beat them out every single time. So there we go, out of the gate. This is universal. 3 options to beat crouch, jab, spam after someone does a string. Either jab them back, because unless they're at advantage frames, which once again is quite rare, you will win every single time. You can throw them because they are very negative, and your throw will come out first, and if they're any kind of crouching attack animation, your throw will beat them. So that's also more effectively guaranteed damage if you know they're going to spam. Or you simply block, you get a guaranteed punch with your own jab, and then you can force them to take whatever offense you're going to do next. So those are 3 universal ways to beat people who crouch, jab, spam. So that's universal options. Now let's get more into the weeds here with some character-specific options. This entails you knowing some of the frame data. So say Reptile. Reptile 4-2 is 12 frames. So we know from that Scorpion string that's -6, and the down one startup is 7 frames itself. So combine those together, that's 13 frames. And 12, well, is a smaller number than 13. End of story, right? And math being the cruel mistress that it is, that means as a mid, you cannot crouch duck under a mid. So Reptile in this scenario will win every single time. In the wise words of Scott Steiner, the numbers don't lie. So once again, this is more in the weeds, right? You got to know the frame data of what your character is capable of. It behooves you, if you want to be serious about the game, to head in training mode and learn some of the numbers anyways. But yeah, so if the math works out, you can create scenarios where they simply can't go for the down one spam regardless. Like, it's not an option they have on the table. You will win every single time, depending on what moves your character has. So once again, if you have a fast enough mid, you can just blow that up for free. Certain characters as well have exceptionally fast special moves. So if you have that option on the table, you can also go for it. They'll probably think twice about hitting buttons when they're negative if something like that hits them. So now, suffice this all to say, there's a lot of ways to beat it, but it's a big part of the game, right? The idea is you're using this to steal your turn back. A lot of the best things someone can do after something is blocked is do high attacks, because highs are generally the fastest attacks in the game. But if you only go for highs, as a crouching attack, the down one will steal their turn back. And as we talked about, it's very effective as a way of stealing your turn back because you get a lot off it. It's not just the hit itself, right? It only does 2% damage, it's nothing. But the fact that you are stuck in that hit animation, and that hit animation guarantees a lot. Because once again, even if you're ducking, once you're stuck in that hit animation, you have to stand for a short while. And since you have to stand, that means high attacks are guaranteed against you. You can still block. It's not guaranteed combo damage or anything like that, right? But the down one jab is very rewarding. It enforces its own mix-up in a way. If I mash here, I'll lose, but now I'll block, but then I get thrown, right? So forcing people to stay still for a second is a big part of the game. So one final time as an overview. Since they're negative, you can jab them first. You can throw them out of the jab as well. Or you can just wait it out, lock it, and then get your own guaranteed jab and all sorts of offense from it after the fact. So it can be frustrating if you don't know, but now at the end of this video, you know there's universal options and also some character specific options. Go in the training mode, check the characters out, check the frame data out, and you can come to your own conclusions. There's a lot of ways to deal with it besides just the basics, but now you know the basics, so now you know how to deal with it. And my friends, that is how to deal with crouch, jab, spam in Mortal Kombat 1. And, well, that's the video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well, and go out and play some Mortal Kombat.